Well, on the ground, Russian military officials announced a partial ceasefire, saying that it would allow citizens to leave the fighting.
Группировка войск Луганской Народной Республики, продолжая наступательные действия,
the Russian military saying it will not interfere with humanitarian corridors. Refugees were able to leave some regions. Many are arriving in neighboring Poland, among other countries. The United Nations says more than 2 million people have been displaced by the violence. The military conflict is now in its 13th day. President Joe Biden is trying to hit Russia harder in the wallet by banning its oil imports. The U.S. has already used sanctions against Russian banks and oligarchs, but the president was facing increasing pressure at home and from Ukraine's president to do more. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen?
Tracy, President Biden is banning Russian oil to inflict further pain on Russian President Vladimir Putin, but warned Americans will feel it too in the wallet. Gas is already $4.17 a gallon. You can expect that number to rise.
In Ukraine, civilians run for their lives. Women, children, and the elderly seen here crossing the Irpin River on a makeshift pathway, trying to escape the pain and suffering caused by war. And back in the U.S., President Joe Biden says he wants to make Russia pay by going after what he calls the main artery of Russia's economy.
We're banning all imports of Russian oil and gas and energy. That means Russian oil will no longer be acceptable at U.S. ports, and the American people will deal another powerful blow to Putin's war machine.
President Biden also said he has support from both sides of the political aisle to stop, in his words, subsidizing Putin's war, adding he consulted with allies and partners. His goal, keep NATO and the European Union united.
So we can take this step when others cannot, but we're working closely with Europe and our partners to develop a long-term strategy to reduce their dependence on Russian energy as well.
In the midst of the war in Ukraine, the White House says it's also celebrating the first anniversary of the White House Gender Policy Council. Their press release highlights restoring Title X money to abortion providers like Planned Parenthood and revoking the Mexico City policy that kept federal tax dollars from promoting abortion overseas. The White House is also engaged in a whole-of-government effort to fight a pro-life law in Texas. Pro-life group Susan B. Anthony List earlier wrote, Joe Biden and his administration have worked to pay back the abortion lobby that spent millions to elect them.
Also today, President Biden flew to Texas to visit the Fort Worth VA clinic. There he spoke with military veterans and healthcare providers about the impact on veterans of toxic burn pits and how to get veterans the help they need. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.